What's going on, guys? It's your boy Joe Prezi back at it here with another car. Today I have a 2008 Lexus ISF. These things are absolute monsters. Believe it or not, I actually almost picked one of these up over my RS3. This one has definitely been modified. I think we have a resonator delete. We got some different aftermarket wheels, and believe it or not, this thing used to not have any interior trim at all. It's fully gutted. I'll show you why I know that. So one of the big factors you can determine why this car was gutted, I mean, the whole thing has been bed lined. Literally every piece of trim was out. Everything on this car has been bed lined, as you guys can see, just for noise reduction. That way you don't hear crazy clangs as you're driving. I knew the owner of this. He just traded it in about 2 years ago. Somehow we got our hands on it, but this thing was a fully built ISF. Headers, everything. Literally, there's literally nothing more he could have done to this car. But again, these cars, personally, I think they look phenomenal. I think the exhaust they do on these work. The way they stagger the exhaust absolutely looks phenomenal. So different. No other car really is something like that. I mean, just look at that. That looks so good in my opinion. You got the nice, pretty carbon roof, even though it's very dirty. Sorry, I did not wash the car. Let's take a look inside. Sitting at 78,000 miles. Car's pretty clean, needs a new windshield. Again, this is a car that we just got at our dealer. That's why I'm reviewing it. But I just wanted to review to let you guys know how magnificent these cars really are. It's hard to tell why the car's dirty, but as you guys can see there, the blue stitching on all the interior panels, as well as the armrest. I mean, that just looks so good. You have the carbon paddle extensions. Very nice feature, look really good. Gotta love the blue stitching. And once this is all detailed, this is gonna look crazy. Forewarn you, these things are pretty ugly without an engine cover, but I do like showing you guys this stuff. Again, this car was fully built, had intake, had heads. Literally everything was done. We had to buy a stock motor and put it in it. We felt it was reasonable for us to do that just because of how magnificent these cars are. Now let's go on a little POV drive and give you guys a few revs. Stay tuned. Just wanted to thank all you guys that have actually stayed tuned to my videos and kind of watched them, like them, comment them, kind of give me some feedback on what you guys like to see. It makes a huge difference in what I want to do, how I do the videos. So I just wanted to thank you guys. Be sure to hit me up on Instagram at Joe Prezi, TikTok at Joe Prezi, and also Snapchat. I love talking to you guys. If you guys ever have questions about cars, about finance, about buying a car, let me know. All right, let's get to POVs later. So the car is pretty stock. I think it has a resonator delete, but let's take a look, or a muffler delete, I should say. Again, these things can be absolutely menacing, and I mean fucking crazy if they have like just any exhaust work done to them. Giant 5-liter V8. Can't beat that, boys. It is on coilovers, Philistines. Now I kind of understand why he bedlined the rear. This drone is pretty bad in here, I'm not gonna lie. But again, this thing just pulls. It never stops pulling. When I test drove these cars for the first time, and I had my buddy go with me, I was sitting passenger because I was like, oh, I want to feel what it feels like. This is one of the cars that literally throws, and I mean throws you back in your seat kind of thing. It's pretty crazy. Like, it gives you the butterflies. I know it's not a crazy fast car, but because of the torque of it, I mean, it literally will give you that gut-wrenching feeling, which I absolutely love. And it's just such a fun car. Such a fun car. So rare. You never see these on the road ever. I really like the blue digital lines in the dash. I know it's something very little, but it definitely sets it off a little bit. I just feel like it gives it a little bit more especially at nighttime. It looks really nice, really cool. These things have an 8-speed transmission, believe it or not. It's pretty crazy, the amount of power and just the power band these things can actually withstand. Never really been a big fan of the nav unit on these things. Just looks super outdated. But again, that's a very easy fix if you wanted to go the aftermarket route and do something about that. It's not a kind of deterrent that should send you away from the car, I would say. But yeah, And I'm not gonna say that these things are indestructible, but these things are pretty much bulletproof from factory. That's why it's such a sought after car. Even with higher mileage, not being 78, but even when you're in the 120s, this is still a $22,000 to $25,000 car, believe it or not. Even for the 08s, people will come after these. These motors, if maintained the correct way, are literally phenomenal, and people will always buy them. Always a massive market for this. And just the pulls, like I said, it just never ever stops. It just keeps going. I mean, this car can literally go forever. I mean, it's insane, literally insane. Makes me want one, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people think because these have these massive 5-liter V8s in them, they're not a track car. This car handles really good. Not as good as like an M3 or a Porsche or something like that, that's like super low to the ground, but for what this thing is, it's pretty heavy. It's got a massive V8 in it, and it's just it handles pretty good, like really good, I should be honest. And just the power band is just absolutely phenomenal. I do like, it's kind of like why I got the RS3. It looks just like a regular Lexus, as you guys can see there. We got an IS 250, literally the same body style, everything like that, but this thing is for sure an undercover sleeper, no doubt. But yeah, this thing is fucking fun, man, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, I definitely appreciate you guys always watching my videos. It means a ton. You guys are fucking awesome. You guys always support me. And stay tuned. I promise these things will keep getting better and more consistent. Definitely more consistent. But yeah, you guys have a good one. Again, as I was saying, I wanted to appreciate all you guys that always watch these. Stay tuned. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It means a ton. You guys have a good rest of your day. Later. First impressions on the new C8. Pretty cool. Pretty weird, honestly. Not a car I've ever driven, nor have I ever sat in. Definitely very tight if you're over 6 feet. Drives pretty good though. Not very loud. This like square steering wheel is really throwing me off though, you know. Pretty quick though. I mean, it's not fast, but it's quick. Got that orange color, as you guys can kind of see in the reviews. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, what it is.